Hey guys, it's Nico here, and I'm back, and I'm doing another video about childhood signs that I was gay. So, I wrote down the 6 most, obvious signs, but there's lots of other signs I could go into, but I'm not really going to go into all that. So, let's just do these 6 signs. The first one was when I was in 1st grade, and I don't remember when I was in 1st grade, so actually someone else had told me this, but I have a little bit of memory about it, but someone else told me this. So when I was in 1st grade, you're supposed to draw yourself, or something that that you liked, and everyone drew a person, and all the guys drew guys, and all the girls drew girls, but I drew a girl, not just a girl, a princess, because I thought princesses were cool. And the teacher was so shook by this that she actually called my parents and told them that I drew a princess, and they were like, something's wrong with your child. So, that was the first sign for them anyways. Number 2 is my siblings and me like to play a lot of video games, and video games have boy and girl characters. And I love bringing the pretty characters, like the girl characters, or the cute characters. And I did this all the time, that my cousins would come over, and when they'd play with us, one of my cousins would get so annoyed because I always picked a girl character, and he's like, you should pick a boy character. And I remember one time he got so mad at me, and he was yelling, and I told him I wasn't going to play the game if I didn't get to be a girl character. And then I think I ran away crying. But the point is, even till to this day, I usually play a lot of girl characters if I play video games with my siblings. And my siblings know this so much that if there's a video game they want me to get or they want me to check out, they'll be like, hey, guess what? It has girl characters. So it's just no, they know me too well. Okay. Third sign is girly TV shows. When I was younger, they'd want to watch Power Rangers or Ninja Turtles, and I was like, sure, but I'd have to sneak and try to go watch the Disney princess shows and stuff like that, the little kid shows that were for girls mostly. I'd have to go sneak and watch those, and if someone came in, I'd either change the channel or I'd make up an excuse oh, I just found it on this. I mean, at that point, I was a little kid, so I didn't know what I was, but I knew that I wasn't supposed to. Also, my parents are very conservative, and they're very reinforcing stereotypes type people. So they only bought us action figures and trucks and stuff. So when I was younger, if someone would come over to the house and it was a girl and she left a doll here or something, I would be like, or we'd go to the store if my parents gave us allowance, and I'd buy a guy toy and a girl toy and just pretend I only bought the guy toy so I could secretly play with the girl toy because they would not approve. My older brother, he didn't know either what I was, but he sometimes would help me find them and hide these girl toys because he knew I liked playing with them. Okay, next is more of a story. We were in gym. It was it's still in middle school. I don't know. No, not in middle school, sorry, in elementary school. It was 3rd or 4th grade, somewhere in there. And all the boys were being really annoying to the teacher. They kept saying, let's play this, and they were just crowding around him, and they were they weren't being mean or rude, but they were just being, really boyish, I guess you would say. And I was just back there with all the girls and stuff. And the teacher got so annoyed at the boys that he was like, okay, all the boys in the class go run laps, the girls over there. just like for the girls to stand over there, just the boys to run laps. And I was like, ugh. So I started walking over there, and he's like, except for you, you can stay here with the girls. And it was like, to me, I was like, yay, I didn't have to run laps. But at the same time, it was like, it's kind of curious. It kind of made me stand out because all the boys had to run laps, and all the girls didn't have to, and I also didn't have to. So all the boys and girls are kind of like, this kid is different. But at that point, I was just like, I don't know. Number 6. Until middle school, I only had girls for friends. Like, I'd see the boys, I'd see the girls, and I'd be like, the girls are having more fun. Boys would be playing sports or tag or something, and the girls would be like playing house or something, and I'd always want to play house with them. And there was a time where the boys were collecting Bakugans and Beyblades, and the girls were collecting the littlest pet shop things. And I started collecting, and since my parents wouldn't buy me any, the girls would actually give me littlest pet shop things to like trade and play and collect, and it was like a secret girls club within the classroom that I was a part of. Yeah. So, I hope that helps you. Also, I want to note that just because you do any of those things, or just because you know someone who does any of those things, doesn't mean that they're actually gay. These are just like signs that for me. So,